Hello class, today we are going to be talking about the role gender plays in Shakespeare's play Othello. Now to begin, I want you guys to think about your own gender and just take a couple minutes to write down what behaviors you think are expected from you because you're a male or a female. We're not turning this in or anything, it's just to get your thoughts going about this topic. Okay, so the way that gender ties into Othello is through two major ways. For one, there's the misogyny that the male characters show, and for two, there's the gender roles, particularly of women. To start with, we're going to break down the word misogyny. Now, do any of you know what that means? If not, the root words miso means to hate, and gyn means woman, so misogyny is simply the hatred of woman. And sociologist Alan Johnson described misogyny as a cultural attitude of hatred for females because they are female. So to look at misogyny in Othello, we're going to break it down into two teams, and we're going to look at it kind of like football teams. On one side, there's the misogynistic smashers, and that's led by the captain Iago, and it includes Othello, Cassio, Rodrigo, and Brabantio. And on the other side, there's the females, the female fury, and their captain is Desdemona, and she's accompanied by Emilia and Bianca. So the captain, Iago, is relentlessly degrading to women. He is constantly putting them down and saying negative things about them, and he also says a lot of horrible things about his wife, Emilia, and he's very controlling. And Othello might seem to be very kind-hearted and loving towards Desdemona, but he later completely humiliates her in public, and ultimately both of these characters have so little respect for their wives that they actually kill them. Now Cassio is seen as the gentleman of the play, but even so he might be polite to Desdemona, but towards Bianca he is very rude. And Rodrigo thinks that because he gives gifts to Desdemona, Desdemona should obviously just be interested in his love, which isn't the case. And finally, Desdemona's father, Brabantio, completely shelters her, and he doesn't really let her do what she wants to do, and he doesn't listen to her own wills. So as a combination, you can see all the males in the play show misogynistic standards towards the women. The woman, however, trying to fight back. Desdemona frequently shows her own free will and independence, such as when she actually eloped with Othello, and she holds power over her husband, and she tries to use that power to pardon Cassio. And Emilia, which is Iago's wife, begins by submitting to all of her husband's desires, but in the end, she's actually responsible for his downfall. And even though Bianca is a prostitute, she isn't willing to just sit and wait around with Cassio. So keeping all these ideas in mind, we're going to look at this passage by Iago and together talk about what it means and how it shows these misogynistic tendencies. And so, keeping all this in mind, the males are obviously the victors in this society, just as if males and females were playing a football game, males would probably win. But what does this mean? So to start, we're going to look at taking misogyny a step further. And this is another quote by sociologist Alan Johnson, and he says misogyny is a central part of sexist prejudice and ideology, and as such is an important basis for the oppression of women in male-dominated societies. Do any of you guys have an idea of what that means? Basically, it's just saying because men treat women as if they are inferior, it gives them the basis to keep women at a lower position in society. And so this has three implications, both in Shakespeare's Othello and in American today. For one, women are excluded from the government, women are expected to be housewives, and women are considered property, not independent figures. So first of all, women in the government in Othello, not a single woman held any position of power. There are no female leaders, there's no females making decisions. And although the history has shown us today, females are still the minority in positions of power. And females are over half of our population, but only 16.8% of Congress. And you all know 44 presidents, none of them women. So you can see how this habit of towards women has continually kept them in an inferior position in society. And in Othello, both Othello and Iago see Emilia and Desdemona as simply housewives, and they're expected to be obedient and clean, and take care of them sexually, and not to have their own lives or their own jobs. And so these passations that are shown in this play are also considered today. Even though women are entering the workforce, they still on average earn only 80% of what men make. And finally, the last implication that dominated society has is shown in Othello because their wives are seen as their husband's property. Emily is like to obey Yago, she's like to endure whatever, and also gives her to stick around. And as Mono, she is a free thinker, ultimately listens to Othello as well, and actually is waiting and about to be murdered. So even though obviously nobody would argue women are considered property in America today, there's still social activities to take part in that have these same implications. For example, when a bride gets married, her father walks down the aisle and gives her to her husband. So this indicates a woman is possession from her male figure to her male husband. So taking this all into context and looking at it as a big picture, some of these same problems that today have roots further back in Othello's time. But in Shakespeare's play Othello, you can see how gender plays a role in major ways. You see it through misogyny and hatred of all of the male characters stand part in. And you also see it through your gender roles that the females have as a whole. So your guys' ELO for tonight is to either choose a play that embodies the themes discussed in class, or explain how a recent event that occurred in society relates to my case.